Das Lieblingskind ist da.
Siehst aus, als wenn du aus dem Reitstall kommst.
Halt dein Maul.
I have the feeling that every blog contains at least one chapter where I stayed at my parents' house.
No path carved out for us now. The brush is thick. All I'm asking now, don't give up on love. Don't give up. Don't give up on love. I know that you're tired, my love, but please don't go. There's valleys and mountain tops on this rocky road. All I'm asking now, don't give up on love. Don't give up.
William Morrow and Harper Audio present Thank You for Listening, a novel by Julia Whelan. This is the author.
For Swanee Chester, being an audiobook narrator is a long way from her old dreams, but the days of being a star on film sets are long behind her. When she arrives in Las Vegas last minute for a book convention, Swanee unexpectedly spends a whirlwind night with a charming stranger. On her return home, Swanee discovers one of the world's most beloved romance novelists wanted her to perform her last book, with Brock McKnight, the industry's hottest, most secretive voice. Swanee doesn't buy what romance novels are selling, not after her own dreams were tragically cut short, but her admiration of the late author and the opportunity to get her sick grandmother more help makes the decision for her. There lie 1.5 months between finishing this book and giving this review, since I couldn't edit this vlog sooner than late June. So I don't think it is a good sign that I don't remember much from that book other than it having a fun premise and decent writing. It was a nice listen, the author did a great job narrating it. However, the tone wasn't really consistent in my opinion. Overall, it felt like a more serious type of romance, with the heroine's blow of fate, the resulting cynicism? Is that the word? Her sick grandmother, and an overall grim situation. But some parts were so cheesy and cringed, and it kind of ruined the vibe a bit. I also found it too long. All in all, I'd recommend it as a fun listen while doing chores, but nothing more than that.
I did run out of time, faced with your advice to get back in line. I struggled to suffice, weighed down by all your pride. Had to break my stride and get back on my feet, with nothing left to ensure.
Das sind die Teile, die ich färben will. Jetzt ist die Frage, welches Teil welche Farbe? Okay, was färbe ich denn jetzt zuerst? Ich glaube das, weil das ist, glaube ich, die hellere Farbe. Okay, so der Rock war ein Fail. Oh, aber die Shirts sind richtig lila geworden. Da ist jemand aufgeregt.
Ja. Beschleunigung.
Wow! Alter. So I hard DNF'd this book, which I got from here, and I'm putting it back on the shelf. And look what I found. I mean, is this the whole series? This is the whole series. One of them is even like not even open. Black Lagoon is an action manga in the seinen category, meaning guns, violence, cool one-liners and pretty women. At first, I didn't plan to take this series home with me from the book swap because I had seen the anime and didn't really like it. However, Mila wanted to have them and I figured to give the manga a try. Surprise! It was way better than the anime. Like it so often is. But hey, I got no time for always consuming both, okay? This story is a solid representation of this genre. The art style is very typical for early 2000 manga, like a bit exaggerated but clear and very fun to look at. However, it is not completed yet. The manga is still ongoing, although there hasn't been any updates lately, so I don't know if it's going to be finished anytime soon or not, which is a bummer. Seriously. Rock does not have any business looking this good.
Money world, I really can't complain. Money world, I really can't complain.
Hello my dear Uncuts and welcome to the May video reward.
Das ist das erste Mal, dass ich einen Eurovision Song Contest mir anschaue.
Wir wollen ein bisschen gucken, wie gut ihr euch auskennt im Bereich Politik. Ein kleines Quiz vorbei.
05003. Give me 2 years and nothing, I will be free.
Adolescents breaking rules.
Oh, geil! Okay, so my vlogging game was really off in May and I didn't really talk to the camera, so it's Editing Ellie and I just wanted to let you know what I'm actually doing here. I put all my art making and work in this one chapter because it was very scattered throughout the month. I made my Patreon reward, which you saw first. Then I just made product photos and a little Etsy update of the pastel postcards and the Yaoi holo stickers. The link to my shop is in the description down below if you're interested. And I also did product photos of the games that I designed. I designed a memo game and a puzzle in like December, I guess. And I figured that I needed some more. These are specifically for my portfolio, for my game portfolio, so I won't sell them. They are just there for product photos and like, yeah, example material. And I designed 2 more memo games and 2 more puzzles. And here they are.
Money world.
Ooh, Trigun. I've been obsessed with it ever since the new anime adaptation Trigun Stampede came out back in January, I guess? Doesn't matter. I got so hooked that I also watched the 1998 version and started reading the manga. Let me try to summarize what it is about. Created by Yasuhiro Nightow, Trigun is a space western that takes place on a desert planet. Humans stranded there 150 years ago and are totally dependent on man-made power stations called plants. Those generate all the things humans need to survive. Look like angels in big glass containers and are dying because they are exploited by humans. Then there's Vash, a clumsy pacifistic gunman who has a large bounty on his head and a special connection to the plants. No one knows him really, everywhere he appears chaos is about to unfold, and yeah, he's called the humanoid typhoon for a reason. However, he has a good heart and is desperate to save mankind from total annihilation. I went into reading this manga expecting an episode-by-episode adventure of a silly dude and his hot priest boyfriend. But no. Let me elaborate. Trigun is a typical 90s manga. It has super messy panels and the story is told very abstractly. If I hadn't watched both anime adaptations, I wouldn't have had a single clue what was going on. Sometimes arcs were dragged out in detail, but then suddenly there was a skip and I completely lost. If I had to rank the Trigun universe media, I would put the 1998 anime at the bottom. Sorry, but that was utter trash. Then the manga on second and the new adaptation on first place. I'm really looking forward to what they'll come up with for future seasons, and I hope that the story gets the reboot it deserves, because it is very good. It just needs to be modernized a bit. Between Us is the latest novel of my absolute favorite romance author, Mhairi McFarlane. So, you can imagine how much I was looking forward to reading it and how high my expectations were. Roisin lives a simple life as a high school teacher. She has been in a decade-long relationship with her screenwriter boyfriend Joe and has a tight group of friends around her. Only recently, Joe's career really took off, and when they all meet for a weekend away to celebrate a birthday, an engagement, and his new crime drama on TV, Roisin witnesses scenes from her real life on screen. Scenes she'd expected to stay secret. Shook in her trust, she starts to suspect that the fictional hero's infidelity isn't that fictional after all. Mhairi McFarlane's books always start with a breakup. Those are all different. Some are quiet, some are loud and dirty. One time it is the man's fault, the other time the heroine fucked up. I expected that. What I did not expect was that the main character started to annoy me after only a short while. Most of the book, Roisin was in her own head, playing through all her mistrust again and again, crafting theories about what might have happened when and how and with whom. I found her very self-centered and repetitive. I'm also used to very subtle, naturally evolving romance from this author. Between Us did not have that. Without any spoilers, the love interest was kinda cheaply put in there and the whole thing unfolded a bit too smoothly for my liking. Normally, Mhairi McFarlane writes grey characters who act upon reason and are complete people with purpose and feelings. This time, Joe was the villain and he made all the mistakes and was to be blamed for everything. Not the vibe I'm looking for. However, I had fun listening to the audiobook and don't get me wrong, I don't expect every book of an author to be perfect. I still love many of her other books and I'm really looking forward to whatever she writes next.
This is the story of a girl and her lawn tractor. An epic tale about loud engines, rotating blades and driving in circles. Beware, her fuel and rage are inexhaustible.